Big dreams can sometimes feel overwhelming. They seem distant, almost impossible to reach. But what if we had a map? A clear, step-by-step guide to turn our aspirations into reality. Today I want to share a roadmap with you. It is a 10-year plan for personal growth and community success. This isn't just about achieving individual goals. It's about weaving our personal journeys into the fabric of our communities. It's about understanding that our success is deeply connected to the well-being of those around us. This plan is designed to be a blueprint, a flexible guide that anyone can adapt to create meaningful, positive change. The journey of 1,000 miles, as they say, begins with a single step. Our 10-year journey is no different. We will break it down into smaller, manageable phases. Each phase will have its own clear objectives and actions. By focusing on 2-year increments, we can make steady progress without feeling lost. This approach allows us to celebrate small victories along the way, which is so important for staying motivated. It transforms a monumental goal into a series of achievable milestones. It makes the impossible feel possible. It shows us that consistent effort over time truly leads to profound transformation for ourselves and for the world we share. This plan is built on a simple but powerful idea. Personal development and community service are two sides of the same coin. As we learn and grow, we become better equipped to help others. In turn, by serving our communities, we gain invaluable experience, perspective, and a deeper sense of purpose. This roadmap will guide us through a cycle of learning, doing, leading, and advocating. It is a path that strengthens us as individuals while simultaneously uplifting our communities. It's a journey toward becoming the most effective, compassionate, and impactful versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. So, let us begin. Let us embark on this journey with hope, determination, and a clear vision for the future. Think of this not as a rigid set of rules, but as a source of inspiration. It is a call to action for anyone who believes that a better world is possible and is ready to do the work to build it. Over the next decade, we will lay the groundwork, plant seeds of change, and watch them grow into a forest of opportunity and equality. Together, we can build a future where everyone has the chance to thrive. Let's take that first step, right here, right now. The first 2 years are all about laying the groundwork. This is our foundation phase. The primary goal here is to absorb as much knowledge and experience as possible. I will dedicate myself to formal and informal education. This means enrolling in courses related to community development, social justice, and project management. But learning doesn't just happen in a classroom. I will also read books, listen to podcasts, and follow leaders in fields I admire. The aim is to build a strong theoretical understanding of the challenges my community faces and the potential solutions that exist. This is the time for listening and learning with an open heart and mind. Alongside my studies, I will actively seek out volunteer opportunities. Real-world experience is priceless. I plan to volunteer with at least 2 local nonprofits. One might focus on environmental conservation and the other on youth empowerment. By working on the front lines, I can see the direct impact of these organizations. It will help me understand the practical needs of my community, not just the theoretical ones. This hands-on work will teach me empathy, resilience, and the importance of teamwork. It connects the why of my studies to the how of making a difference in people's daily lives. This phase is also about observation and connection. As I volunteer and study, I will keep a journal. I will document my observations, my ideas, and the stories of the people I meet. I will start building a network of like-minded individuals, fellow students, volunteers, and community leaders. Attending local town halls and community meetings will be a priority. It's crucial to understand the existing systems, the key players, and the conversations that are already happening. This isn't about jumping in to lead. It's about becoming an informed and engaged member of the community first. By the end of year 2, the goal is to have a solid base. I will have the educational background, the practical experience, and a growing network of contacts. I will have a much clearer picture of where my skills and passions can be most useful. This foundational phase is not about grand gestures, but about the quiet, consistent work of preparation. It's about building the strong, deep roots that will be necessary to support the growth that is to come in the years ahead. It is the essential first chapter in our story of change. With a solid foundation in place, years 3 and 4 are about transitioning from learning to doing. It is time to take initiative. I will use the knowledge and connections from the first phase to launch a small-scale community project. This project will address a specific need I identified during my volunteer work. For example, it could be media group tutoring session with students and volunteer teacher, children studying with mentor at stock at distribute_equally, a weekend tutoring program for local students, or a community garden in a neighborhood that lacks access to fresh produce. The key is to start small, manageable, and focused. The goal is to create a tangible, positive impact, no matter how localized it may seem at first. This project will be my practical leadership training. I will be responsible for planning, recruiting a small team of volunteers, and managing the project's execution. This means learning about media group, person budgeting with calculator and notes, wall calendar with project dates highlighted at stock at distribute_equally, budgeting, scheduling, and communicating effectively with the team. I will undoubtedly make mistakes, and that is part of the process. Each challenge will be a learning opportunity. This phase is about developing practical leadership skills through direct experience. It's about moving from being a helper to being an organizer, someone who can bring people together to achieve a common goal. This step is crucial for building the confidence needed for larger initiatives later on. Collaboration will be central to this phase. I will not try to do everything myself. Instead, I will actively seek partnerships with the local organizations I volunteered with in Phase 1. For instance, if I start a community garden, I could partner with media group, students helping in community garden, class visiting garden with volunteer at stock at distribute_equally, a local school to involve students, or a senior center to engage elders. This approach leverages existing resources and builds stronger community ties. It ensures the project is not working in a silo, but is integrated into the existing community fabric. True success comes from working together, sharing credit, and building something that is owned by the community, not just by one person. By the end of year 4, the goal is to have a successful pilot project running. It should be a sustainable initiative that is making a measurable difference. I will have documented its successes, challenges, and lessons learned. This documentation will be vital for the next phase. I will have proven to myself and to my community that I can turn an idea into a functioning reality. This phase is about building credibility and momentum. It is the bridge between personal preparation and broader community impact, setting the stage for scaling up our efforts and dreaming even bigger. Years 5 and 6 are dedicated to growth and expansion. The successful pilot project from the previous phase now becomes the model for something larger. The focus shifts from managing a single initiative to scaling its impact. This means looking for ways to replicate the project in other neighborhoods or even adjacent towns. For example, the single community garden could become a network of gardens across the city. This requires a more strategic approach to planning and resource allocation. It is no longer just about running a project. It is about building a sustainable program. To achieve this expansion, securing funding and building formal partnerships will be essential. I will dedicate time to learning about grant writing and presenting our project to local businesses and philanthropic organizations. This is where the documentation from Phase 2 becomes critical. A proven track record of success makes a compelling case for investment. I will work on creating a formal structure for our initiative, perhaps by establishing a registered non-profit organization. This provides the legitimacy and framework needed to manage larger budgets, hire staff, and enter into official agreements with partners like city councils or school districts. This phase is also about empowering others to lead. I cannot manage every new project site myself. Therefore, a key activity will be to develop a Train the Trainer program. I will identify and mentor promising volunteers from our original project, equipping them with the skills to launch and manage new sites. This delegation is crucial for sustainable growth. It multiplies our impact far beyond what I could achieve alone. It transforms the initiative from my project to our movement, fostering a sense of shared ownership and creating a new generation of community leaders who can carry the work forward. By the end of year 6, the goal is to have a well-established, multi-site program with a clear organizational structure and a diverse funding base. We will have a team of trained leaders managing their own local projects, all connected by a shared mission. The initiative will be a recognized and respected force for good within the community. This phase is about turning a grassroots effort into a lasting institution. It is about building systems that ensure our work can continue to grow and adapt, creating a powerful engine for positive change that is built to last for many years to come. In years 7 and 8, the focus evolves from direct management to strategic oversight and mentorship. With a capable team leading the day-to-day operations of our program, my role will shift. I will dedicate a significant portion of my time to mentoring the next wave of leaders within our organization and the broader community. This means offering guidance, sharing experiences, and helping them navigate their own leadership journeys. It's about investing in people. By building the capacity of others, we ensure the long-term health and innovation of our movement. True leadership is not about holding on to power, but about giving it away. This is also the time to leverage our organization's credibility to advocate for systemic change. We have proven solutions and a deep understanding of the community's needs. Now, we must work to address the root causes of the issues we've been tackling. This involves engaging in policy advocacy. I will work with my team to research and propose policy changes to local and regional governments. For example, if our work is in food security, we might advocate for city policies that support urban agriculture or fund school nutrition programs. It's about moving from treating symptoms to changing the system itself. The final 2 years of the decade, years 9 and 10, are about cementing this legacy and looking to the future. My primary role will be that of a strategist, an advocate, and a storyteller. I will focus on sharing our story, the successes, the failures, the lessons learned on a wider scale. This could be through writing, public speaking, or creating resources for other communities who want to replicate our model. The goal is to inspire and equip others to start their own journeys of change. The impact of one successful community program can be magnified 1,000 times over when its story empowers others to act. By the end of the 10th year, the vision is a thriving, self-sustaining organization that is a catalyst for positive change. It will be led by a diverse team of empowered leaders I had the privilege to mentor. Our advocacy work will have contributed to meaningful policy improvements that benefit the entire community. My personal journey will have come full circle, from a student and volunteer to a founder, a mentor, and an advocate. This 10-year roadmap shows that with a clear plan, unwavering commitment, and a collaborative spirit, one person's dream can truly grow into a shared reality that uplifts and empowers an entire community for generations.